With the Minnesota Vikings inking a massive 4-year extension with wide receiver Justin Jefferson, is it safe to say that the Vikings have overextended themselves and affected many players and affected a couple of players in the coming months and affecting several players up for new deals? Find out how it affects them. Find out who they are and what the repercussions of Minnesota's inking this deal will be on Gridiron Gab Pro Style.
The autumn winds move like the thunderous waves of Neptune's sacred palace. And here, amongst the blackened soil, lies the ragged hands, worn, torn, and callous. They await with cunning and vicious prowess, for the warriors have returned.
Come on, Dirt! Don't do it! Woo! No way! Woo! 85! Crying out loud! You're making me, you're driving me nuts!
But behold.
Welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us on another edition of Gridiron Gab Pro Style. It's been a couple of weeks, guys. I would even venture to say it's been nearly months I've been with you guys. Thank you so much for being with us as we get ready to talk. We're in the middle of OTAs and actually about to start. We're on the verge of starting training camp here in about a couple of weeks. We're in the middle of off-season training programs right now. And folks, I can tell you I'm excited. We're right there. But I must tell you I'm very happy with a lot of the things I am seeing from you guys. I'm so grateful. We are getting a lot of traction. And I just got to tell you, I'm enjoying the comments that I am seeing from a lot of you guys. This Commanders show has really been big. I've got to put Commanders bookmark you guys. You guys are so faithful. What JERRAL says, Mr. CeeLo, you hit our draft points right on and our free agent part right on. Listen, guys, if your organizations hit the points right on, we'll see if there's going to be great results. And as I said, y'all did need another running back. So I thought you guys got the steal of the market with Austin Eckler. But I'm going to do a show on did Christian McCaffrey reset the market. But tonight it's about Justin Jefferson. It's his time. And the first thing I want to hit is whether or not the Minnesota Vikings are going to be regretting this contract. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you they are. Because J.J. McCarthy, in my opinion, was a reach. And I get it. The Atlanta Falcons stole Michael Penix Jr. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be something that the Minnesota Vikings are going to have to pay for. You know, this is going to be a deal that they're not going to be happy with. Other teams are not going to be happy with. They're going to end up having to eat half this deal. They'll probably be trying to get out of this deal within the third year, more than likely, because they're going to find out J.J. McCarthy and Justin Jefferson can't coexist. Justin Jefferson's going to want to get a ring. He's going to want to play with a better quarterback. Everything looks pretty and nice right now. And you're talking about the highest paid player, non-quarterback. So you're talking about 4 years, $140 million, and they're going to continue to push this deal. What's going to happen is he'll probably get this money pushed on down, and it becomes guaranteed. And you're going to see this money gets pushed on down. But as I said, I see this being a situation where the Vikings are going to be into this deal. Now, they did make a commitment to him, but I'm just going to be honest with you guys. This is going to be a situation that is not going to be pleasant for the Minnesota Vikings in a later dates. He's a great player, but I just think J.J. McCarthy is not going to be the goods. And I look at it from the standpoint they're going to be into him. We saw this with Daniel Jones. And sorry, I'm not sold on J.J. McCarthy, and I will challenge anyone to bring it back to me if he does make it. Now, transitioning to how does it affect the wide receiver market? Guys such as CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase who are about to look for long-term deals. And you can't leave out T. Higgins, as well as Tyreek Hill wanting his dough now that the Miami's anteed up to Jalen Waddle. And even you got to throw T. Higgins in there. These are guys that are top-notch receivers. Now, granted, Justin Jefferson has been a superstar quality wide receiver, but you're talking about north of $30 million, high 30s. This is not going to be a situation where you're talking about he's going to be making chump change for a couple of years. And then even if you look at the Minnesota Vikings and they start pushing this money down the line, this is still going to be a hefty deal. And you're looking at Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. Now, me personally, I don't think CeeDee Lamb is a guy that should be north of $30 million. Granted, he had over 100 grabs last year. I think 120 plus. But I can't do that. Same thing with Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase has had a couple of injury seasons. And yes, when he's out there, he's one of the best in the league. But I cannot give you plus $30 million wide receiver money if I'm only going to get you a handful of games. I mean, that's just where it is. And even Justin Jefferson, who was out 7 games last year, that I can't do that. And you have to understand when you've got a third or a quarter of your salary cap of your salary sitting on the sidelines, that you're not even going to win. It's not even up for debate. But these are the guys that are up. And even Stephon Diggs, who changed his deal with the Houston Texans to be a free agent next season. These are just a couple of the names that are out there that, you could be affected by this, I call it the shifting of the market, so to speak. And as I said, you guys, I understand what this could possibly do to the market. But then again, it's going to be a situation where, hey, the teams will have to look at it and say, okay, what are we willing to bargain with? In Minnesota's case, Minnesota knows they got Jordan Addison another 3 years. And by the time his deal comes up, they could possibly move on from Justin Jefferson, which I would imagine they would do if Jordan Addison continues playing at the level he's playing at. But, guys, let me know what you think about Justin Jefferson's 4-year, $140 million extension and how it may affect gentlemen such as wide receivers such as CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Stephon Diggs, and Tyreek Hill. And maybe if it does affect them at all. But, guys, it's been a minute, but also don't forget, leave a comment down in there if you believe that this affects the market and how the Minnesota Vikings will handle these next 5 years, as well as go to the Facebook page at Gridiron Gab Pro Style. Also, leave me your comments there, and go to my Instagram at Mr. CeeLo. But until the next time, you guys, same Gab channel, same Gab platform.
But behold, there is a warm breeze that comes from the west. The blazing sounds of victory fuel their everlasting quest. It is a call to arms, for they are here. An army that has the will to challenge and the will to dare.
Whatever it takes to get in that end zone! Yeah,